A new wave of cyber threats is emerging, targeting unpatched systems with alarming effectiveness. This situation underscores the importance of timely software updates and vigilance in cybersecurity practices. Recent reports indicate that the RondoDox Botnet is exploiting a critical vulnerability in XWiki servers, identified as CV 2025-24893. Discovered on November 15, 2025, this flaw allows attackers to execute arbitrary code remotely through a specific endpoint. The vulnerability was patched in early 2025, but many systems remain vulnerable, leading to a spike in exploitation attempts. In this video, we'll delve into the details of this vulnerability, how it's being exploited, and the broader implications for cybersecurity. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. Timeline of exploitation, key events unfold. As the RondoDox Botnet continues to exploit the CV 2025-24893 vulnerability, a clear timeline of events reveals the rapid evolution of this cyber threat. The initial discovery of the vulnerability on November 15, 2025, marked the beginning of a concerning trend in exploitation. By early March, evidence surfaced indicating that attackers were already leveraging this flaw in the wild, suggesting that the window for defense was alarmingly narrow. The situation escalated significantly in late October 2025, when VulnCheck reported a resurgence of exploitation attempts. This uptick coincided with the disclosure of the vulnerability, demonstrating how quickly malicious actors can adapt to new information. By November 3, the first observed RondoDox exploit confirmed that attackers were not only aware of the vulnerability but were actively integrating it into their strategies. The following days saw a dramatic increase in activity, with VulnCheck noting a notable spike in attempts on November 7 and another surge on November 11. This pattern indicates a coordinated effort by multiple threat actors, amplifying the risk across unpatched XWiki instances. The urgency of the situation prompted the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, to add the vulnerability to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog, mandating that federal agencies implement mitigations by November 20. In addition to the botnet activity, attackers have diversified their methods. Reports indicate that some are utilizing the vulnerability to deploy cryptocurrency miners, while others are attempting to establish reverse shells for further exploitation. This multifaceted approach highlights the adaptability of cybercriminals, who are capitalizing on the same vulnerability for various malicious purposes. VulnCheck's Jacob Baines emphasized the rapid evolution of exploitation tactics, stating, CV 2025-24893 is a familiar story. One attacker moves first and many follow. This observation underscores the critical need for organizations to prioritize patch management and security practices, as the landscape of cyber threats continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace. As the RondoDox Botnet continues to exploit the CV 2025-24893 vulnerability, the implications for various sectors are becoming increasingly concerning. Organizations using XWiki, particularly those that have not updated their systems since the patch was released in February 2025, are at heightened risk. This includes educational institutions, small businesses, and any entity relying on XWiki for content management. The potential for arbitrary code execution means that attackers can manipulate affected systems to not only deploy cryptocurrency miners but also to conduct distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks. Such attacks can overwhelm servers, disrupt operations, and lead to significant financial losses. Additionally, the exploitation of this vulnerability can facilitate unauthorized access to sensitive data, raising serious concerns about data privacy and security. Moreover, the rapid evolution of RondoDox's tactics underscores a broader trend in cyber threats, where malicious actors quickly adapt to leverage newly discovered vulnerabilities. This scenario creates a cascading effect, where one successful breach can lead to a wave of similar attacks, as other threat actors replicate the methods used. The urgency for organizations to implement robust patch management practices cannot be overstated. Cybersecurity experts emphasize that timely updates are critical to safeguarding against these emerging threats. Failure to act not only endangers individual organizations but also contributes to a wider ecosystem of vulnerability, where compromised devices can be used in coordinated attacks against larger targets. As the situation develops, vigilance will be key. Organizations must remain aware of the evolving threat landscape and enhance their defenses to mitigate the risks associated with the RondoDox Botnet and similar cyber threats. As the RondoDox Botnet continues to exploit the CV 2025-24893 vulnerability, it becomes crucial for organizations to implement effective mitigation and monitoring strategies. One of the first steps is to prioritize the immediate patching of affected XWiki instances. Organizations should ensure that their systems are updated to the latest versions, specifically XWiki October 15, 11, 16.4.1, or 16.5.0 RC1, where the vulnerability has been addressed. In addition to patch management, continuous monitoring of network traffic is essential. This involves deploying intrusion detection systems (IDS) to identify unusual patterns that may indicate exploitation attempts. Organizations should also consider implementing honeypots to attract potential attackers, providing valuable insights into their tactics and techniques. Another key strategy is to enhance user access controls. Limiting guest user permissions can significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access and exploitation. Regular security training for staff, focusing on recognizing phishing attempts and suspicious activities, is also vital in fostering a security-conscious culture. Furthermore, organizations can benefit from collaboration with cybersecurity agencies and information-sharing platforms. By staying informed about emerging threats and vulnerabilities, entities can better prepare for potential attacks. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency's CISA Known Exploited Vulnerabilities Catalog serves as a valuable resource in this regard, providing timely updates and guidance on necessary mitigations. Finally, as the landscape of cyber threats evolves, organizations should adopt a proactive approach by conducting regular vulnerability assessments and penetration testing. This not only helps in identifying existing weaknesses but also prepares teams to respond swiftly to new threats, ensuring robust defenses against botnets like RondoDox and beyond. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.